Hello and welcome to my brand new collection video, and this is actually something that I've been meaning to pick up for a long time because I have a lot of childhood memories regarding this console, and that is the Super Nintendo. Now this is the Super Mario World edition, and it's complete. It has all the inserts, as I will show you in a second. There we are. Comes with the actual console itself. This was a AV cable that component cable that I picked up quite cheap online to work with my newer TV. It's got the power adapter. It has one controller and two controllers, and of course Super Mario World itself. It does have the RV cable, the sort of aerial lead as well, but with the TV I have, it doesn't actually work properly, so I ended up getting a component cable, which is a Nintendo one. I don't know if you can see that, but and I got a Super Nintendo for Christmas basically back in, I believe it was 92, 93, and I absolutely fell in love with it. And some of the games that I played during that time I have right here, so I'm just going to box this back up. Hope you enjoyed that black screen there. But also, along with that, I picked up this console at Boot Fair for about £55, and it came with all that plus Super Mario All Stars. No box, but the cartridge is almost like new. It works absolutely perfectly. So and yeah, just basically, if you're not familiar with this, it comes with Super Mario Brothers 1, 2 and 3, and all, the Lost Levels, which is the Japanese version of Super Mario Brothers 2. And they're all basically remastered for the Super Nintendo with updated graphics and music and such. And yeah, it's a really good collection of games. And also Mario Paint, and it did actually come with the mouse. Again, no box or instructions or anything like that. There was like a mouse pad that usually comes with this game, but to be honest, like any sort of flat, clean surface, this mouse will work absolutely fine. I don't know where I'm going to keep this because I'm not the most sort of creative gamer out there, so this doesn't really appeal to me, so I may sort of sell it in the future and get something that sort of appeals to me a little bit more. So yeah, but it is very fun though. If you enjoy that type of game, it's very, very good. And also, I've been picking up a lot of boxed Super Nintendo games because I like to have them complete, basically. I want to sort of do it in a certain order because sort of games I've not actually played, games that I have played but I'm not really keen, and sort of go down to games I absolutely love. So yeah, starting off with Super Ghouls' Ghosts, which is a another one of those sort of updated versions of a NES classic, I could say, but yeah, it's apparently really, really difficult. I've not actually ever played this, so but yeah, I like a challenge. You know, I play games like Dark Souls and God Hand, and they're tough games. So yeah, I'll be up to a challenge because I'm a man. Next up, we have Pilot Wings, which is sort of a flight simulator type of game. It's different game modes such as paragliding, airplane flying, and base jumping, stuff like that. This was another one I never played, but from what I've seen, and sort of what I've heard, it's actually a pretty good game. So yeah, I can't wait to give this one a go. Now we'll come to the games that I have played, and probably my least favourite first is Asterix, which is the typical licensed sort of platform game, which is kind of, you know, meh, I guess. It's okay. It's just there are certain issues with this game, such as with a lot of platformers, your goal is to basically go from left to right. With this one, there's like so many ways you can finish a level, and like you'll spend like most of the time trying to figure out where that is, because the game doesn't indicate where you have to go, which is a bit annoying, especially during the later levels. I believe there's I don't know if it's here. This sort of level here, the one after that, you sort of end up in a pyramid, and it's an absolute death trap, to be honest. I lost so many lives like trying to figure out where the hell the exit was, and yeah, it's an okay game, but it's not the greatest either. Next up, we have Super Adventure Island. Another one of those sort of remastered games, I guess. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's very similar to the Wonder Boy series. I believe it's sort of like a rip off of that almost. But yeah, it's pretty decent. There's a lot of one hit deaths in this game, and like the challenges get like more and more difficult. But yeah, it's a decent sort of pick. It's one of those where you can sort of pick up for like 5-10 minutes and just play it. But it's not one of the greatest games out there on the Super Nintendo, at least anyway. Next up, we have FZero. Now this one I did play, but I did play the Game Boy Advance version. But yeah, it's really it's really good, but it's quite tough as well, because especially when you're like quite a young gamer, you sort of want to just like accelerate. It's sort of like for me at least, it's sort of like a hybrid of like an arcade racer with like a little bit of realism, because like you have to sort of brake and avoid the sides of the track, otherwise you're going to take damage, and avoid certain obstacles on the racetrack as well, otherwise you're going to take damage. But yeah, it's really good. It's really challenging though. So, but yeah, it's very sort of both challenging and sort of fun at the same time. So if you like that sort of thing, I definitely recommend it. Next up, we have Starwing, which is known as Star Fox in America. I don't know why they call it Starwing, but then again, Star Fox 64 was known as Light Wars over here. Again, I have no fucking clue why that is. But yeah, I definitely prefer the N64 version than this one, because this has not aged well, as you can tell. But despite that, the gameplay is like very good. The music, especially, is absolutely superb, and yeah, I highly recommend. It's definitely one of the landmark titles for the Super Nintendo, considering what it, it sort of helped do for the industry with like the 3D sort of, well, semi sort of 3D graphics and stuff, and yeah, classic. Next up, we have what some may say is somewhat of an underrated gem. I definitely think so, anyway. And that is the Magical Quest, starring Mickey Mouse. Now, a lot of people mostly remember Castle Illusion and World of Illusion on the Mega Drive or Genesis, depending where you're from, and I do agree with that, but at the same time, I feel this one was definitely up there as well as one of the classic Mickey Mouse games. Definitely better than some of the recent Mickey Mouse games. Not naming names, but yeah, this is, despite its shortness, because you can beat it within like an hour or two, no problem. It is, while it lasts, it is absolutely superb. And speaking of which, another licensed title that I really enjoyed back in the day, that's Tiny Two Adventures, Buster Bust Loose. This one was kind of unique because you didn't you didn't technically sort of jump on enemies or throw stuff at enemies like a lot of the platformers do. You sort of did like this sort of special. Yeah, I did like this special sort of drop kick move, which I think you can sort of see there. Or you had like a dash meter, which you see on the top left there, where you sort of charged it up and like you could run and sort of. But you had to sort of jump to sort of like kill the enemies, like rather than just run into them, because like otherwise you would get hit. So yeah, it was kind of a unique title for its time. Again, like very short, but a little bit of advice if you're a new to the Super Nintendo. If you see this logo, that is a sign of quality right there. All you need to do is see that logo for a game, and you know it's good. And the same goes for like Capcom as well. And yeah, speaking of Capcom, another platform game, another classic, and another licensed title, and that's Aladdin. And again, like Magical Quest, most people remember the Mega Drive version of Aladdin, or Genesis version, whatever. But the thing was, they were very sort of different games. This one mainly focused on the sort of perfect sort of platforming, whereas the Mega Drive version had the sort of better graphical sort of look and the sort of amazing visuals and stuff. To be honest, I think they're both as good as each other, but this was the one I grew up with, so I have like more of a soft spot for this one personally. But I understand if you prefer the Mega Drive version. And the penultimate game I have here is one I spent, and I'm sure many spent many hours playing, and that is of course Super Mario Kart. This is still my favourite Mario Kart of them all. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the insert, but it's got like the instructions and stuff. But yeah, as I was saying, I wasn't very keen on the N64 version, to be honest. I know I'm in the minority here, but yeah, I just preferred the sort of the visuals to this one, whereas like the N64 one kind of it hasn't aged well now either. So and yeah, Double Dash, yeah, don't even talk to me about that game. But I kind of like the Wii version there, but not as much as this one. but yeah, just so many hours trying to sort of get through all the stages to unlock Rainbow Road. And when you did, it was like the greatest reward, because it had like one of the best like soundtracks of any game I've ever played. So yeah, if you have not played this game, first of all, what is wrong with you? Second of all, you must. So but yeah, you can like a lot of these games you can download on the virtual console on like the Wii or Wii U. So yeah, I'd highly recommend it. And lastly, it's probably the favourite game I have right now. Probably one of my favourite games of all time, not just on the Super Nintendo, Super Nintendo, but just in general as well. And that is Donkey Kong Country. I spent absolute hours and hours trying to 100% this game. I don't think I ever did, but yeah, just everything about this game is just perfect. The visuals, the sort of tight platforming, even like the music as well, so beautiful. Especially the water stage is one of the most calming sort of themes you'll ever hear. But yeah, just absolutely fantastic. I've heard the sequels were even better, but unfortunately, I never had a chance to play them originally on the Super Nintendo. But it's definitely something I want to. It's definitely games I want to try and get at some point. But yeah, right now I'm happy with this. That I have this one. Yes, so many memories. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope to, as I said, add more to this collection as it comes. So, but yeah, I'll be sure to update you in future pickups videos, hopefully. So yeah, thank you for watching, and yeah, take care.